It's time for me to move on and have my family. But I'm afraid something bad is going to happen. Tammy.
I'm really worried about you because your chances of dying in the next 5 years are about 80%.
And then that eventually led to her being on life support.
What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today we are following the weight loss journey of Tammy and Amy, two morbidly obese sisters from Kentucky. Because when you eat too much Kentucky Fried Chicken, this is what happens to you. Now, before we start this video, you guys, I think it's very important that I throw a disclaimer out there. If you're a fart-smelling, sensitive little PC bitch, you probably shouldn't watch this video.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Because you'll most likely get offended about some of the stuff I'm talking about because I'm a real person. I grew up watching South Park and getting banned in League of Legends all chat for ripping bad words. So if you're an emotional thinker and you're a little guy that needs a safe space, you shouldn't watch this video. Full disclosure, you guys, I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm not a health expert. I'm just the guy that happens to be the son of Nicolas Cage. And if you want to see more story times about my dad, Nicolas Cage, you should follow me on TikTok because I make the greatest TikToks of all time. Okay, you guys, now that you've experienced a weird flex but okay moment, let's introduce the stars of today's show, Tammy and Amy. TLC's new hit show, 1,000-Pound Sisters, made its debut in January of 2020. When the show debuted, Amy was around 400 pounds and Tammy was around 600 pounds. For those of you that don't know, the whole premise of the show is for the sisters to lose enough weight to qualify for bariatric surgery. At the end of the first season of the show, Amy actually qualified for bariatric surgery. She lost 35 pounds and she was a safe weight to undergo the surgery. Contrary to her younger sister Amy, Tammy did not qualify for bariatric surgery because she only lost 18 pounds. These obese sisters, Tammy and Amy, are no strangers to controversy and they've been in a lot of scandals over the years. Amy actually set up a GoFundMe and said that her sister Tammy was going to die and she didn't die, so she basically clickbaited her sister's death in order to get money from viewers.
Allegedly.
When I first found out about this, I was just thinking, can't you guys start an OnlyFans like every other person looking for a money grab?
Nobody wants that to happen.
I'm just kidding. I actually make a lot of videos reviewing OnlyFans, especially OnlyFans from cast members of the show 90 Day Fiancé, so it's all fun and games, guys. I'm just joking. Another fun fact about these sisters is that they've actually had run-ins with the law. Amy was arrested for attempting to steal a book at Walmart. Not the coolest thing to go to jail for, but hey, you know what I mean? She's just trying her best, guys. Leave her alone. Amy had this to say about her getting arrested.
I had a job, but I recently quit my job. My grandpa died and everything like that, so everything was going bad for me. And I really wanted this book, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna try to steal it. So I put it in my purse, and then when I walked out the door at Walmart, it beeped. The little security thing beeped. I don't know what you call it, but it beeped. The person came over to me, he was like, did you steal anything? And I'm like, no, you can check my bag, ...
If you're gonna steal anything from Walmart, don't steal a $5 book. You should go for the PS5. Or, here's an idea, maybe just don't steal anything. Breaking the law, bad. Now that we covered these lovely sisters' past controversies, let's look at them on the show 1,000-Pound Sisters right now. First off, let's look at that magical moment when Amy tells Tammy that she's moving out. Amy says off rip that it's very nerve-wracking telling anything to Tammy. You don't know if you're gonna get the happy-go-lucky Tammy or you're gonna get the bitch, and lately, it's just been the bitch. By the way, guys, I probably haven't mentioned the living conditions because I have ADD and I just kind of like jump from subject to subject, but Tammy lives with Amy and her husband Michael. They're expecting their first child. So from Amy and Michael's perspective, they kind of want Tammy out of the house because they're welcoming a child and they're trying to start their family, and it is kind of like awkward taking care of Tammy as well. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments. Do you think it's okay for Amy and Michael to kind of push Tammy to move out on her own, or do you think that they should be more understanding and let Tammy stay with them in the house and they could all take care of the child? Let me know what you guys think about this. Amy says to Tammy that we have no room in the house, the baby's coming soon, and we're thinking about getting a bigger place. And then it's a very awkward silence. Tammy's just kind of looking. Makes a little bit of a frowny face. That's just like critical thinking mode. When hearing this news, Tammy is immediately butthurt and says, you didn't have to bring me all the way out here. Tell me that shit.
Bruh.
Honestly, this reminds me of the one time I took a girl out to dinner to break up with her and she stole my car. So like, yeah, maybe it would just been better in the home setting. You know, didn't have to go out to eat to tell this news. I get that, but at the same time, I feel like Tammy's getting a little butthurt about the situation. Amy then asked Tammy if she's scared to live alone, and this is what Tammy says about that.
No. I've done it before. Twice.
And
If
you
you
get
think
pneumonia
about it.
once.
This is your friendly neighborhood Wetsock reminding you to join the channel membership program for the Yourwetsock channel, where I upload exclusive videos for all channel members and you get custom emojis. There's a bunch of perks and it's super worth it.
It's time for me to move on and have my family. But I'm afraid something bad is going to happen to Tammy. Last time she was living by herself, she caught pneumonia and ended up in the ER. And then that eventually led to her being on life support.
I feel like Tammy's coming in with this attitude of, I don't need any help. I don't need anybody. Shit, you want me to move out on your own? Well, you're lost because I'll happily move out on my own. I don't need you. And I'm just over here looking at her and I'm like, yo, Tammy, if you can live on your own, how come you haven't been doing it? Also, just want to point out, do you guys see their portion sizes, what they're eating at this restaurant? Their portion sizes are huge. They should be eating smaller portions of food if they want to lose weight. I feel like we have to talk about this. I have times in my life where I've been overweight. I have times in my life where I've been underweight. I had literally a time where I was bulimic in Montana and I would throw up at least 3 times a week. I'd make myself throw up and I really struggled with my body image. I don't really like to talk about it, so I'm just going to leave that there. But I feel like what it comes down to is portion sizes, sleep, exercise. It's the same formula. It's been the same formula for thousands of years, you guys. It's really not that complicated. And I feel like you can change your body however you want to change your body. With enough discipline and work ethic, you can make your body however you want to make it. I feel like that's why I'm so comfortable talking about this, because I truly feel like nothing gets solved if we have this mindset of, oh, you're speaking bad about fat people, you're fat phobic. No, it's like you shouldn't think like that, because then that closes off the conversation and we should be able to have healthy conversations about this topic. And I think nowadays everyone just gets butthurt and says body positivity. There's nothing wrong with loving your body, but trying to shove your body image down everyone's throat and say that you have to think that I have a good body image or else you're fat phobic, that's toxic behavior. Bottom line, in the United States, we have a problem with portion sizes and the chemicals in our food and lack of exercise, because most people just drive everywhere, and it leads to this. Someone that's so morbidly obese that they can't take care of themselves on their own.
Last time she was living by herself, she caught pneumonia and ended up in the ER. And then that eventually led to her being on life support.
I don't know why you're trying to make a big deal about this.
Yo, Tammy, short memory and everything, I get that, but you just said that last time you were living on your own, you got pneumonia and had to be rushed to the ER. So she's being a concerned sister, which is why she's trying to look out for you, but I feel like that's going over your head and you're getting offended and triggered by this. Your sister just wants to make sure that if you leave and go off on your own, that you're safe, because then she'll feel guilty if anything bad happens to you.
Because it's a legitimate concern.
No, it's not.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
So they want to leave, let them. I couldn't care less.
What do you feel like?
Nothing.
Really?
Why would I?
Yo, we need an instant replay of that, because I feel like Tammy was about to pass out while talking.
Nothing.
Really? Tammy, don't worry about me. 2 seconds later, struggling to breathe, falling asleep, in pain, grunting, your dog water. Yo, Tammy, hate to be that guy, but if you're actually unbothered about this, why are you getting so butthurt? And I feel like as a sister, you should be happy for your sibling that they're starting a family, they're welcoming their child. I feel like there's no happiness for your sister. Are you like jealous of your sister's situation? Are you mad that your sister has somebody that loves her and you don't have a relationship with somebody? Is that like why you're bringing in this toxic energy? And that's really just on being the bitter, jealous family member. Tammy defensively says, I don't need a babysitter. And then Amy says, I just worry about you. What if you fall, can't get to the phone? And then Tammy says, don't worry about me. I do have to say really quick that Tammy's forehead is perfect for dinosaur wrestling. If you guys don't know what that is, it's when you put your forehead together with someone else's forehead and you push, kind of like those dinosaurs with the big like heads that do the headbutts. I find the next part very concerning. Tammy leans back and starts running in pain, and Amy is like, Tammy doesn't realize how much you do for her until she has to do it herself. And I would just like to say for this point, like, if you're already in pain leaning back, you need a caretaker.
He has a point.
Do you think we need to get you a life alert?
And then Tammy says, probably, but stop worrying about me. Once again, Tammy, your sister's just really concerned about you, and it's nice to have a family member that cares. A lot of people don't have family members that care. Tammy will constantly talk down to her sister and even the producers of the show, which I find baffling, because I feel like everyone is just there to help Tammy and help her through this weight loss journey, and she seems very unappreciative, when easily someone could be like, yo, natural selection, you just need to fend for yourself.
We've got to at least get 100 pounds off you.
Bruh.
If we do not reach that, we can't move forward with surgery.
Shut up.
Okay, the awkward silence speaks volumes. Tammy does not think that this is even remotely possible, and I would just like to say to Tammy, in order to maintain your weight, or maintain a weight around 600 pounds, you would need to be consuming between 7,000 and 10,000 calories daily. See, I just said that, and I'm sure a lot of people are like this, because 7,000 to 10,000 calories, that's so much calories, you guys. I'm around between 2,000 and 3,000. It's not hard to eat between 2,000 and 3,000 calories. I don't know how someone can consume around 10,000 calories a day. I feel like that's a ridiculous number, but that is what the people on the show are consuming daily because they're maintaining their weight and they're not losing their weight.
Dr. Smith told Tammy she had to lose 100 pounds, and I damn near walked out of the office because I'm like, that's a really big number, and talking about doubling down. I mean, that's what he did. He doubled down on Tammy.
Honestly, looking at Tammy and Amy, I'm getting an Amberlynn Reed flashback because I've actually made a video eating like Amberlynn Reed for a day, and I'm not gonna lie, at the end of the video, I was sick. I felt so sick eating like her. She consumes around 4,000, 5,000 calories daily. A lot of it is junk food. It makes you feel physically ill trying to eat like someone like this.
Chris, you definitely would be a candidate to have the surgery. So I'm going to give you a goal as well, although I've already seen you, based on what you're telling me, accomplish some weight loss on your own. I want to see you lose 15 pounds.
Oh, that ain't no problem. We'll get that.
Honestly, I think Chris is a very good influence on Tammy. He seems very positive. When the doctor said you need to lose 15 pounds, he said, oh, okay, I can do that, no problem. He wants to lose the weight, he's committed, and he has a positive attitude. And I feel like Tammy could really benefit from positivity around her, and I think that she needs to be more positive and have a more positive outlook.
What do you think, Tammy? You're probably sitting there saying, you jerk, you gave him only 15 pounds. What about me? I need you to show me that you can do what you need to do. Not just to get to surgery, but I want you to show me that you can do what I need you to do after surgery.
I like that the doctor said this. I said something similar earlier, but it is very important that even after the surgery, that she can maintain the path towards having decent health. You know what I mean? And not revert back to her old ways and gain the weight again. Because there's no point in undergoing a dangerous surgery. I feel like any surgery is dangerous. So there's no point in undergoing a surgery if someone's just gonna revert back to their old ways. So I think it's very important that the doctor highlighted this point. Also, I feel like for the caretakers of Tammy, can't you just hide the junk food? Like, I don't think she's gonna get up and search for it. So just, there's an idea right there. There's a good strategy. Hide all the junk food in the house. Tammy says it's a lot of weight to lose 100 pounds, but she says that if she doesn't lose the weight, she will be bedbound, and she's really close to being bedbound. Honestly, visually, you already look like you are bedbound.
I want you to get a pedometer and a heart rate monitor for me. I want you to be as active as you can and walk and move around as much as possible.
At the end of the scene, Chris says that he's doing all he can for Tammy, but he needs it to be reciprocated, and he needs Tammy to do the best for her and put the effort in and put the work in, because he has no problem being a positive influence and walking down this path with Tammy, but he needs more out of her, and I think we can all agree with that. I think that's a very valid statement. Now, Amy and Tammy are no strangers to hate. Let's look at that magical moment when they talk about all the online hate that Tammy has been getting and try to work out the issue.
I don't get as many hate comments as I did about a year ago, but I still get hate comments. So I'm just scared that...
They're after me, though.
Tammy, you're not getting that much hate, okay? People are frustrated with you because they actually want to see you succeed. I feel like no one wishes anybody undergoing a weight loss journey bad. Everyone wants them to succeed. The problem everyone has with you is that you don't put the effort in, you have a positive influence around you, and you're toxic and you blame all your issues on everybody else, don't accept responsibility for your own actions, and everyone's following this weight loss journey and you're not losing the weight. If I don't see anyone putting in the effort to lose weight or to try and better themselves, I personally don't care because people can do whatever they want with their body. But if someone asks me what I realistically think about that, I'll be like, oh my God, that person's a fat f***. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I have real friends around me, so when I'm gaining weight, they let me know. Okay, cool, dude. Thanks for looking out. I'm gonna start hitting the gym. And I'm thankful that my friends point that out to me. I don't think that that's toxic. I feel like if you don't have that in your life and you have enablers that let you eat to the point to where you're 600 pounds and you could die at any minute, that's toxic. It's called the truth, okay? And you don't see that a lot these days because the truth is censored.
Since I had the surgery and got pregnant, I'm getting a lot less hate, where Tammy's getting a lot more hate. I feel bad, but haters gonna hate.
They hate us because they ain't us.
In all seriousness, I don't think Tammy deserves hate, but she does need to take accountability for her actions and lose the weight. Look, man, a lot of fat people know that they're fat. I feel like that's not the best approach, is to come at somebody really negatively. I feel like you need to build someone up. But here's the problem. When you're trying to build someone up and that's not working, I feel like then a lot of people go towards the hate. That's the same exact thing we saw with Amberlynn Reed. At first, when she first started her weight loss journey, everyone was so nice in that comment section. I swear to God, it was years ago when she first started. A lot of people were super nice to Amber. They were encouraging. They were like, you can do this, Amber. We all believe in you. No one comes into a weight loss journey that is hateful. Like, that is just, I haven't seen it. Let me know what you guys think about it. But I feel like they become haters over time because the positivity isn't working. And when that's not working, people go towards the hate because they think that that's a way to reach the person. If they're not listening to the positive comments, they'll listen to the hate comments. And then what that creates is a toxic atmosphere. And then, you know, you got Yourwetsock trying to intervene and try to explain both sides. And hopefully we can reach a solution by the end of this video. Tammy says, I mean, it doesn't make it okay for people to say, oh, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, Amy looks great. Actually, Tammy, that's not hate. That's just them being honest, because that's a fact. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not losing the weight. You're not even trying. Amy did try, which is why she lost the weight and saw results. Amy goes on to say, bull crap, how do they freaking know? Well, I mean, your entire weight loss journey is being documented, so that's how they know. But that's the tea anyway. So Amy goes on to say that she doesn't know if these people are trying to help, but it's definitely not helping. She's an emotional eater. She wears her heart on her sleeve, and the hate comments make her upset. First of all, you can't let hate comments get to you. Like, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to lose the weight. You can't say, oh, it's everyone else's fault that I'm not losing the weight. I don't agree with this at all. Or if something in life doesn't go my way, I don't blame it on hate comments. I don't blame it on haters. At the end of the day, my words and actions are my words and actions, and it's my responsibility to succeed for myself and my family. And if I'm not successful at something, it's not everyone else's fault, it's my fault. That's on me. And I feel like that's where the disconnect is happening, Tammy. You don't accept responsibility for your own actions, and you like to play the blame game. Tammy goes on to say, they know I'm putting weight on. I know it too. I don't need everybody pointing it out. Stop the hate. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I feel like people are noticing that Tammy isn't losing the weight, which is why they're acting like this. I wouldn't necessarily call it hate. I feel like Tammy's saying she's an emotional eater. Is she saying that she's eating as a result of the hate comments? Like, is she trying to blame everyone else for her current weight situation? I don't like that. Like, I don't like when people try to blame the entire world for their inability to lose weight. At the end of the day, the responsibility does fall on you. Also, Tammy, just to keep it 100, I haven't seen any hate comments about you. I'll be honest. I've seen people voice their frustrations with you still gaining weight or not losing weight. I've seen that. I haven't seen any hate comments. If you want to see hate comments, go over to Amberlynn Reed's channel. Amy then says that in a couple days, her and Tammy are going to have a meet and greet, and there's always a chance that haters are going to show up. So this worries her that Tammy will get depressed because of this situation, and it'll cause her to overeat. Tammy, you are getting paid to lose weight and get instant fame from being on the show, and you're still not motivated to lose the weight. It sounds like y'all are trying to blame potential haters for your weight gains, but y'all were around 600 pounds before going on the show, so not really picking up what you're putting down. RIP all common sense. So for this point, I just want to say I highly doubt that a hater is going to show up to the meet and greet. Usually just fans show up to the meet and greet. Like, no one hates someone enough to actually show up to a meet and greet. And I've noticed that a lot of people are like keyboard warriors. Very few people are gonna like hate on you to your face. Like, most people that are keyboard warriors and are haters really struggle with like face-to-face communication.
Take a picture because this camera's like for the future.
Next scene we're going to look at is when Tammy and Chris go to see the doctor, and Tammy actually gained 50 pounds in 30 days, and Chris lost 20 pounds in 30 days. So let's go. Happy for Chris. Sad for Tammy, but don't worry, Tammy. It's everyone else's fault that you gained 50 pounds in 30 days.
So you're on insulin right now?
Yes, sir. 5 shots a day.
Okay. Any other medical problems you take medicine for?
Asthma, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You know, I got the whole list.
Sure. Got it.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs.
What do you guys think about Chris? I think honestly he passes the vibe check. I like that he can laugh at the situation. He seems like the kind of person that wouldn't take offense about his own weight or anything, or talking about it openly with people. He seems like he doesn't get triggered that easily. He's actually really quick to make jabs at himself and talk about it, feel very comfortable within his own skin, and he seems very self-aware of the situation that he's in. So right away, I like Chris way more than I like Tammy.
Chris, how much do you think you weigh right now?
Not too long ago, I weighed and I was right at 420, 419, 420.
Okay.
Did someone say 420? Chris was weighing 420 before. The doctor says it's time to step on the scale. He walks over the scale, steps on the scale, and Chris actually lost 20 pounds, and I think he did it by pushing Tammy around in the wheelchair. I'm hyped for Chris. You love to see it. I think we all need to have a round of applause for Chris, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to reward somebody when they have enough self-discipline to follow what the doctor is prescribing and lose the weight. And I think we all need to tip our hat right now to Chris, because he is taking this weight loss journey very seriously, way more seriously than Tammy is taking this weight loss journey.
I don't think the scale's accurate because I don't believe I'm under 400 pounds.
Chris is over the moon that he lost weight, and he says that it's the first time in 8 years that he's been under 400 pounds. So once again, man, congratulations. Love to see it. I'm really, really pumped for this guy right now. Tammy is not hyped for him at all, doesn't congratulate him. Doesn't seem like she's actually happy that he lost weight. Tammy actually says Chris lost 20 pounds in a month. I'm happy for him. And then she like closes her eyes like this, like, that's really weird you say that, Tammy, because your facial gestures and overall reaction doesn't seem like you are happy for him. But pop off, sis, because you know if the roles were reversed, he would be very happy for you. Next up, it's Tammy's turn to step on the scale. She says that she's very nervous approaching the scale, and she's praying that the number doesn't go up. Tammy weighs in at 644 pounds, and this is actually baffling to me. Just to maintain her weight of around 600 pounds, she would have to consume around 10,000 calories daily. Damn! Chris says that you would have to go out of your way to gain weight like this, and he knows about it because he's been overweight for a long time. He actually was committed and took it seriously and lost 20 pounds. I'm so happy for him, but even he thinks that it's outrageous that Tammy gained this much weight. I am baffled at the fact that Chris said, I didn't even know that was humanly possible.
Good news and bad news, ladies and gentlemen. The good news is that Tammy has a boyfriend. The bad news is allegedly he's married, he is an enabler, and he is only using Tammy to get famous. Now let's look at that magical scene when Tammy gets ready and all dolled up and she's feeling very confident and she's happy that she's about to see her man.
It's kind of a big deal for Jerry to come to Kentucky. It means it's kind of taking our relationship to the next level. I kind of good. But I'm still going to go wash up.
What do you guys think? Tammy's a baddie confirmed. Also, she's going to wash up for this guy. That's a big deal because if you shower for someone, that means that like you're into them or something.
What up, baby girl?
You really going to call my dad?
This is Jerry. He's 45 years old. He is Tammy's boyfriend, but he is also married, so I'm not really sure what he's doing here. Tammy thinks it's mad romantic that he drove 8 hours to spend time with her, but I'm pretty sure he knew the camera crew was there.
I met Tammy online. It was a BBW group. A BBW is Big Beautiful Women.
Okay, so he clearly fetishes obese women, and that's dangerous, especially when Tammy is currently undergoing a weight loss journey. I feel like this is not someone good to be around when you are on a show and your whole entire segment is losing weight to qualify for a surgery that can make you healthier and prolong your life. I've seen a lot of people comment that this guy has 6 kids and a wife, so I find it wildly inappropriate that you're talking to women on online dating sites and that you even showed up in person to talk with Tammy. Like, that speaks volumes about your character if that's true and you really have a wife and kids. I don't know why you're here, man. You really shouldn't be.
You want to meet my sister?
All right.
The bitch will be out here in a few minutes, so you have no choice.
Right, I ain't got no choice.
Yeah, Tammy, your sister's a real bitch because she's concerned about your health. You're right, for sure.
How many kids you got?
Oh, Lord.
6.
Jerry's got 6 kids confirmed. Then Amy asks, how many grandbabies do you have? And then he starts thinking about it. He's like, he actually doesn't remember. He doesn't know how many grandkids he has. So this is the kind of person that you don't want to be around. I think that she should be hanging out with Chris, the guy that's actually committed and is losing weight and is trying his best. Let's be real, my guys. Tammy's already struggling with this weight loss journey. The last thing she needs is somebody like this that has a fetish for obese women that wants to plump her up. I think this is literally worst case scenario for this weight loss journey.
I don't think she's taking this seriously at all. I think she really is eating herself into an early grave. Seems like she thinks the best way to go about this is to eat herself into an early grave and then be like, it was because of all the hate and all the negativity and it was because of everyone else except for myself. It wasn't my fault that I ate myself into an early grave. It was because of all the haters in the world. That's what it seems like to me. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I'm going to be making update videos about Tammy and Amy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, subscribe, let me know. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.